What's up, YouTube? So in this video, I'm going to be doing the game day report for our game against the Titans today. So right off the bat, Adam Butler and Brandon Jones are both considered questionable due to COVID, which really sucks. Preston Williams is going to be straight out today. So let's go ahead and take a look at the roster here. That way we can kind of take a look at the COVID situation. Noah, John Jenkins, Redwine, and Preston are all officially out with COVID. And like I said, we still have guys that are still questionable with it too. Adam Butler and Brandon Jones. So we're not totally sure whether or not they're going to play. So it's kind of a rough situation as far as that goes. John Jenkins is usually inactive anyway, so I really don't care. Adam Butler would kind of suck though. He gets a lot of play time, but I still think we should be fine. Now I will say, I think Ryan Tannehill has an opportunity to decipher our defense better than a lot of the other quarterbacks we've played. So we'll kind of have to look out for that, but still. Also, Brandon Jones and Redwine are both inactive. What do we have on the practice squad as far as safeties go? None. Okay. We have some corners, but no safeties. That kind of sucks. I mean, we've seen Nick play safety in a pinch, but man, it's kind of a rough situation. But whatever, I guess. But Preston Williams not playing isn't really that big a deal. We do have Kirk Merritt active. That's fun. Let's look at transactions actually. Okay, so on the transaction list, according to yesterday, Adam Butler and Brandon Jones actually have been activated off the COVID list, so that's good. But I guess they're still questionable because they were sick and they missed practice. So that's probably the reason why they're still questionable. We activated Brennan Scarlett off injured reserve. That's great. We have all our edge rushers back. Kirk Merritt and Cameron Tom have been brought up as COVID replacements. Chris Milton has been elevated for today's game. And then Noah and Redwine are both inactive. So hopefully we actually get to see a little bit of Kirk Merritt today. I would like to see him play. Isaiah Ford's been getting quite a few snaps. Actually, pretty much all of our receivers. We've been rotating him pretty well. So I do want to see him possibly get some touches. I do think he's a pretty good deep threat. So let's see if we pull that off. So as far as the Titans go, Julio Jones is officially out with COVID. So that's a thing. Derek Robertson is also questionable. That's interesting. So let's go ahead and actually look at their depth chart. So for the most part, the Titans and Dolphins have majority of their roster right now. So it's going to be pretty much a head-to-head fight. And the Titans are looking to clinch their division, so they're going to give us their best shot today. It's gonna be a rough matchup. I think it's just gonna be a really tough game for both of us. I think it's gonna be a really hard fought defensive battle. Like I said, we've been playing a lot of quarterbacks who don't have the best mental processing, and Tannehill's isn't amazing, but I do think he has potential to be better than a lot of the quarterbacks we've played. At least as far as deciphering what our defense is doing to him. They do still have A.J. Brown, but I think we can match up well with him. I personally would put Byron on A.J. Brown. Not that X can't guard him. It's just that I think Byron Jones really matches up well against physical receivers. I just do. X can guard him too. Like if Julio was here, I'd be fully confident that he could guard either one. But I just think that Byron is the natural choice to guard AJ Brown, and then just let X guard whatever other receivers out there. Dez Fitzpatrick is a guy I'm a big fan of. He was a guy I wanted on the Dolphins actually in this past draft class. Pretty good route runner, can make you miss an open space, so he's a pretty good player. Swaim, that's a thing. He's a okay tight end, but nothing super crazy as far as that goes. Dante Foreman and Jeremy McNichols are both pretty solid running backs, especially with their offensive line. Their offensive line is still built to really power run the football. It looks like they do have Nate Davis back, so it's not going to be Dylan Radunes at guard. So it's gonna be tough. We're gonna have to play very physical defense today, because our defense has to be damn near perfect. Because their defense is also incredible. Trying to stop Jeffrey Simmons, Tart, Naquan Jones, Autry. Like they have a lot of really good players just on the D line, and then you have Harold Landry, Bud Dupree is playing. Damn. David Long, Zach Cunningham, Rashad Evans. They have pretty much all their guys, so it's going to be a hell of a fight. Janoris Jenkins is a pretty good corner. Monty Hooker, Kevin Byard. Now, Christian Fulton, when I was watching the film, especially on the short and intermediate routes, he was getting cooked quite a bit, especially when he was in man coverage. So that's something I think we can look at. And he was getting cooked by everybody, like all the Steelers receivers, like whether it be Claypool, who isn't a route runner, and then Deontay Johnson, who is pretty good as a route runner. But either way, all those underneath routes were just cooking him, like slants and outs and stuff like that. I think we can take advantage of that. Buster Screen, to me, is kind of whack. But Elijah Molden is a rookie this year, and I think he is a damn good nickel corner. He is pretty good in coverage, and he is just an angry, small-ass little dude. And then Kevin Byard and Amani Hooker are both pretty solid, too. So their defense is good across the board. I don't know how we're going to stop this defensive line. They run a bit of 3-4 and 4-3. So that's going to be an interesting thing to match up against because our defense does the same. They like to move all their defensive backs around, not just their safeties. They don't really seem to blitz a whole lot. They do mix in some, but they're pretty confident that they can rush with just their guys on the line. So they don't do too many crazy blitz packages, but they do mix up like cover 3, cover 2, quarters, single high, and 2 safeties back with man coverage. Like they throw a lot of different things at you. So Tua is going to have to really, really have some good mental processing today as well. And I think we should try to go up tempo as much as possible because that really helps Tua to be able to process things faster. So, and it makes it where defenses can't disguise things as easily. So, yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.